Alrighty, I feel like I've been trying to film this video a gazillion times and I just didn't know where to go, and now we're just gonna do it because we gotta do it. So, how is my half marathon training been going? What am I doing to do half marathon training? How is it different from last year? How do I feel about it? And how am I doing? That is what is going to be in this vlog, basically. I don't even really know where to start. How do I feel my half marathon training is going? Okay. To be honest with you, I typically like running, but because my job has been a lot more physically exhausting than it typically is, just because like I'm doing a lot more, I'm dancing, I'm putting a lot more in myself, in the job of myself. Like I've been more exhausted in the mornings. That's another thing is, before I used to like get up early in the morning, go for a run or go for a walk or something, and now because I'm working so late, I've barely been getting enough sleep, and that's waking up at 8 o'clock. And it's not because I'm staying up or anything. Like sometimes I'll stay up like maybe 30 minutes or an hour longer, just because like, you know, I want to have time with my husband before I go to bed. But I'm like coming home at 9:30 at night and like not getting to bed until 10:30, 11, if not later. And then I wake up at 8, but I just haven't been sleeping well. Like I know like that's supposed to be enough hours to get like a good 8 hours sleep, as long as I'm asleep by 12. But I've just been waking up exhausted, specifically my legs. When you have a job where you're on your feet at all times, especially if you're bouncing or you're getting up and down or you're swimming or doing a lot of leg squat work throughout the day, that takes a lot on you, especially if you want to add on training for a marathon. So I haven't had the energy to do the light runs during the week. I've only been doing my long runs, if even that. But one thing that I have been doing to kind of be a filler is I made an intense no run workout little chart here, little sheet here, where I do lunges, lunges forward, and then my side lunges. I use my booty band is what they call it for tone it up. That's what I was thinking of. I use my booty band to do like side squats, like crab walks, where you're squatting down and then you take steps sideways. Also doing like a regular band squat, so that way you're working those, working your legs even more on the sides. Doing the plie or ballerina squat, where you have your legs out sideways. And then side lunges, and I do have a couple of workouts that are not listed on here that if I just can't stand, that I'll lay down and do kind of like the hip lifts, and then like putting one leg up and doing like a kind of like a leg crunch in a sense. But basically, long story short, I do some sort of 5 to 10 minute intense workout where I put my all in to work out my legs. And I can honestly say that that has helped, because when I do jump on the treadmill and do my long run, I'm still able to do it. I'm still able to power through it or reach that higher speed that I want. My goal for this half marathon is to do it faster than before, but because my life has significantly changed with this new job, as of what the job actually is, and even my life schedule, and also considering that my husband may have a new job here soon and that may change my schedule as well, at this point I'm just gonna be happy if I finish it within the same time that I finished it before, which was 3 hours. I finished it almost exactly 3 hours on the dot, which was my goal last year. Well, my goal last year was to finish, but like my mental goal the day of the race was to stay in front of the 3-hour flag guy. It just became like a goal like halfway through the race. So that will be my goal this year. And even if I don't reach it, it's fine. That's another thing, is my mental attitude towards the whole thing. Because last year it was a slight bit of panic of, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? I cannot believe I'm doing a half marathon. This year it's a, I aced the 10K, which is 6 miles. And like running, whenever I run, I reach a really good speed and I always end up going faster and impressing myself. So I'm not going to push myself as much as I'm going to, like, I know that I can do it. I just need to remember to keep up with training. You know what I mean? It's more of a reminder to work out than oh, I really gotta do this. And again, I'm not doing this in the sense of like, I don't want to push myself. It's more of I'm doing this for me and like doing this race for me, keeping myself fit for me. And that is enough for me, you know, for right now anyway. I'm sure as I get closer and closer to the race, I'll have a better idea on how well I'm doing and how I can push myself if I choose to do that. If you guys remember last year, a month before the race, I got sick for like 3 weeks straight. My allergies have been awful this summer as well, and I feel like I've been fighting a cold like every other week. So, and that does affect. I know you can run when you're sick, when you have a head cold. That's everything that I've read. But I'm the person that when I get sick, I have to sit down and do absolutely nothing. If I do anything physical, it will prolong the sickness. That's just how my body is. I hate it, but that's how it is. All of that said, I've been more or less keeping up with my long runs. I did my 3-mile one. I did my 4-mile run. I haven't done my 5-mile run. And this week I'm supposed to do 6. Actually, today I'm supposed to do 6. Today is the 25th of July. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I will say, oh my God, Kiki, you scared the crap out of me, baby. Oh, honey, you scared mommy so bad. I'm filming on my desk, which has become her perch, and she's like, Mom, why is your stuff all over my space? Can you say hi? No, you don't want to say hi. You don't want to say hi? Okay, bye. She probably wants her food that's like right in front of me. Here you go, Kiki. Booger. What was I saying? Oh yeah, when I did my 4-mile run, I had no interest in running, and that has been the one thing that has been very different from this year than last year. With that panic, I had motivation. I've had no interest to run. Maybe go for like a quick little 20-minute walk, but I've had no interest to run this year, like at all. So the one thing that got me through my 4-mile run is I told myself, and I read this somewhere, if you don't want to run and you're not feeling like running, just get to the gym, get on a treadmill, and just start it. And not with the mindset of, I have to run 4 miles. Just do it on the mindset of, I'm gonna run 2 miles, or I'm gonna run 3 miles. And then see how you feel when you reach that 2-3 mile mark. If you wanna do more, do more. If you don't wanna do more, at least you got those 2 miles in. That's another reason why I've been doing my little workouts here, is because I'm supposed to be running like a 30-minute, 20-minute short run to help with speed twice a week, and I haven't been doing those at all. I've only been doing my once a week long runs. I've still been I will say, surprisingly, I've still been maintaining that speed, and I think it is because of me doing these workouts on top of actual work, and so my leg muscles are still there, they're still being used, they're just not being used for running. And I have been doing yoga, which has been helping with my muscles a lot. I try to do yoga every morning, and I always feel like a different person from when I woke up. It's like a wake-up call almost, because I'm all stretched and loosey-goosey. But one thing that has helped me, and I get to show you my creations now. I have all of my fitness planners, which you can purchase on Etsy under $10 printables, in the description below. All of them have pretty much what I'm going to show you. They have a goals page, they have a race training page, and then a monthly workout calendar. And these have been the best things for me, honestly, with this training. So for the month of June, please excuse any spelling errors you may see. I used my calendar, my workout calendar here. Basically what I wrote is, if I did a workout, something that was more than just like a stretching routine. Please excuse my cat running up and down the hall. if I did that, or if I walked over 10,000 steps, then I would write that on here. So if I didn't work out, then I would put like the 10,000 steps right here. Or if I was sick, like if I was sick or if something happened, whether I had a long shift or I needed to rest, like here I have, this isn't the right day, but like I would put down rest, you know, then I would write that on here. And the reason I'm writing that on here is so that way I know, so that way it's filled, so that way I can see that it's filled, that I did something mentally for me, instead of seeing nothing there and like, oh, I did nothing there. I can look at it and say, no, I rested, because rest is important. That's one thing that through training, and that's another reason why I think that I haven't had an interest in running, is because I'm burnt out. Through the summer series, and which I started the Tone It Up summer series actually a little earlier for like a spring fling thing. I tried to work out 4 to 5 times a week, which they suggest 3 to 4 times a week. And you wouldn't think that that would be that big of a deal. But again, when you are working on the schedule that I was working on with work, that's a lot. And I think with that, I kind of forgot to rest. And that is my big thing, is I don't know how to rest. Like even now, Jared, now that he has more time on his hands, he's trying to do chores around the house and stuff, and he's trying to make me not do as many chores so I can rest, so I can work more. I don't know how to rest. I don't know how to sit and be and do nothing, which has been, I think, my issue through all of this. And so that's why when I have been too exhausted, I feel confident enough to write down rest. I'll stretch, or maybe I'll do a 5-minute thing, or if not, I'll just stretch, because sometimes your body just needs to stretch and rest and do nothing. And sometimes you need that mentally. You know, like working out is also a mental thing. And sometimes your brain just needs to not be thinking of powering through something and just zone out playing video games, or zone out watching something or reading something. But with that, with the month of June, I went into my race training, and this is kind of all over the place, which should be a great example on how my race training has actually been going. This is weeks 1 through 3. Right now we're on 4? Yeah, we're on week 4, which is up on my board over here. But pretty much the way I set this up is I write down, and I haven't been using this the way I'm supposed to be, but I write down what day that I want to run. Like for here, I wrote down Monday that I wanted to run 3 miles, and then I would write like Wednesday and Friday, like short run. But pretty much what this has become, like I did that down here. 4 miles, catwalk, small run, Pilates, small run, and then Saturday was gonna be a self-care day. But what it has become has just been down here, 5-mile run, and then I just put like an arrow over and like whatever I can do basically, or whenever I can get to it. But down here, for each run, I write the time, the distance, and the pace, which my pace has actually been, where is it? Yeah, it's been good. It's been 13, 14 miles per hour, which is what my current average pace is. Again, I want it to be faster, but I know my best is 11, 10 miles an hour. But that's at my best. But anyway, I'm just trying to like have my fitness goals written here. This is my little Wine and Dine half marathon fitness goals page that I have. Got my 5K. I am doing the 5K with Jared, by the way, and then my little 13.1 miles per hour. Like, just keep running. Just do it. Just get up and just do it. Yeah, I wrote here stop doing no running or no leg weight training. That's why I created this little, and this is also just like a list of workouts. So if like I can start it, and if I can only do 5 minutes, I can only do 5 minutes. It's not the end of the world. I do want to better my pace, and I do want to be proactive with my training, do it more often. But I also did, I think I wrote these before I started my new job, or right before I started my new job. So Wasn't realizing how much my life was going to change, but that's something that you have to take into consideration is if you're even being a stay-at-home mom or being like a freelancer, having a stay-at-home job, like that's still a lot. You still have a lot of stuff that you have to do. And whether you have a sit-down job that's mentally stressful, or you're on your feet all day like a waitress, or you work at a store or something, like coming home, sometimes you don't want to do a run, or when it's your day off, sometimes you just want to be in bed all day. And that is fine. As long as you eventually get up and do something, and remember, you're being fit, you're being active to take care of your body. You know, if you're an athlete, that's different, but if you're not an athlete, which I do not consider myself an athlete, by the way, you're doing it to take care of yourself. And with that, you have to make sure you're eating what you need before and what you need after. I'm constantly having to remind myself that I have to strengthen, especially with your long runs, you have to strengthen your body with the fuel that you, or refuel your body with the fuel and the food that you need. And then you have to give it that recovery food as well. I always forget that, and then I end up getting so weak halfway through my long runs, and I always beat myself up like, why am I getting weak? Maybe it's because I didn't have that banana before I ran, you know? So take care of yourselves with your races. It's so funny that I'm talking about this and I'm wearing my Cinderella 5K shirt. This was the first 5K, the first Disney run that I ever did, and it's crazy to think that I've ran several 5Ks, a 10K, and this will be my second half marathon. And one thing that I'm trying desperately this year, it's kind of been like one of my resolutions in general, is the no negative, only positive, and for goodness sakes, have confidence in yourself. Like, that has been the biggest thing for me, is no matter what I do, remember how awesome I am. And this sounds so conceited and selfish, self-centered, but like sometimes we need that. You know, sometimes we need that pat on the back, even if the only person who's giving it to us is ourselves. Like, you need to remember that you are an awesome person. You're awesome for trying. The fact that I'm doing a half marathon, let alone another half marathon, is insane, because I'm especially having to train all through summer, which, like, running outdoors, which it's easier to train outdoors than it is on a treadmill. It's hard to run outside in the humidity of Florida summer. It is so hard, but like, have confidence in yourself. You can do it. You know, don't think about all the things you aren't able to do or all the things you didn't do. Think about what you're gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. You know, there's like, I haven't run my 6 miles yet and it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but you know what? There's still time in the day. And so just have confidence in yourself. You can do it. Don't beat yourself up even if you can't. There's always tomorrow. And have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.